Well, good afternoon, everybody. It's May the 5th, 2022. The sky looks a little different. I don't know. But, okay, that's almost due east. We turn, we go south. And here's to the west. Looks like we might be going to have some weather today. A little rough weather. Crabapple trees blooming, or was blooming, not so much now. There's a bloom. Most of the blooms are about gone. Anyway, go out here and take a look at things. Well, video I posted the other day, I talked a little bit about the burning, destruction. I don't know, it's been both. Airplanes flying into our I can't think of the name right now. These food processing plants or warehousing facilities. Blackberries. You know, I said there was anywhere, I don't know at the time, I think I said there might have been up to, depending on who or what list you looked at, but we were talking something like 20. Well, in the last week there's been 2 more that burst into fire. Had some kind of calamity. There's been cyber attacks, and the FBI is looking into it, which, you know, I don't have a lot of faith in the FBI, but if they're going to figure anything out. But anyway, they're aware of it anyway. It's not just a bunch of people like myself that have concerns about this, you know. And golly, I hate thinking like this, that, you know, someone might do this on purpose. It just I don't understand it. You know, it just cannot figure a decent excuse for this. You know, I don't know, nobody's coming out and saying, and I'm not either, that this is all intentional. But the cyber hacks have to be intentional. You know, somebody's got to punch those keys on that computer keyboard, or they don't happen. So I don't know what's going on here. There's stories out there of there are going to be major food shortages in 6 months, or within 6 months. I don't know exactly what the terminology is, but that's what I'm hearing. So, you know, well, won't be much of a disruption in my food source. Of course, all of these guys, except those 2 dark red ones, that one back there, and this one coming up here, they've all got homes and appointments. So some other folks trying to be prepared. You know, I spent a lot of my time when I was younger hearing about preppers and, and thinking that, they were a little crazy. That kind of stuff couldn't happen here. The stuff they were preparing for. But, I got a friend who's been saying for 30 years there's going to be another civil war. And I always thought he was a little crazy for thinking that. But Pearl's chasing a cat. I don't know if you saw it go streaking through there. But anyway, I always thought that was a little crazy. Not so much anymore. I mean, now, I really am hesitant to even touch on this next subject, because it's definitely not the goal of this channel is not to do what may happen when I bring this up. You gotta get out there and throw that fence down. I'd like to get that white one there and this red girl separated out and get over there with her. But anyway, back on topic here. Just look at the reaction from the leaked draft that the Supreme Court is officially thinking about striking down Roe v. Wade. Now, I'm not going to go into how I feel about that, but the thing I want to talk about is the reaction, the fanaticism. They're just fanatical. People are out there now rioting, tearing things up over something that's not happened yet. Now, is it likely to happen? Yeah, I think so. I think that's, going to happen, but, it hasn't. So why are we freaking out? And what's going to happen if they do? I don't know. Like I said, I don't want to go into, and I don't even want any comments on it. This isn't the place about how you feel about Roe v. Wade. And, I know everybody's got a comment on it. Everybody's got an opinion. And that's fine. Everybody can have an opinion. That's perfectly fine to have an opinion. But my point by bringing this up is how people are acting. We in this country get so bent out of shape, and I've been guilty myself of, getting all excited about things that haven't happened yet. So I kind of wanted to touch on that today. Just, as the old timers used to say, keep your powder dry. I mean, food shortages, potential riots, and that's not food riots. That's not people rioting because they don't have food. But what's going to happen when and if that happens? I don't know if it's going to happen. I really don't. I hope that we don't have food shortages. So, I don't know. I just don't know. I didn't think this. I'll tell y'all something. I don't think I've said it on here, but I have thought about buying a team of horses and implements so that, I can cut hay with the horses, or any number of other things, use them as transportation. And I know I never brought that up here, I don't think, but evidently I brought it up enough that Ethan's tired of hearing about it. But it makes one wonder anymore, just what should we be doing? I mean, I know that I'm trying to do things, to help feed my family and maybe help a few other people out. And, I know there's a time coming when, well, let me backtrack a little bit on that statement. I have this feeling that something's going on. I really do. Can't. But something is going on. I'm not sure what it is. Is it intentional? Is it ineptitude? I don't know. I don't know. But there's something going on in the world, and I'd kind of like to be prepared. So, like I said, we're making whatever. I mean, we're doing whatever we can to have our little place here on the prairie prepared. And I don't think that, I don't think that anybody can truly be prepared for what may be about to happen. It definitely concerns me. I mean, we've got so many fanatical people who, first of all, we got people that just enjoy stirring stuff up, have the money, they hate the United States or whatever, and they fund a lot of this stuff. Fuel people like Antifa and BLM. And, and then we got people who make a living, keeping people stirred up, whether it's over race or whatever. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't misinterpret me one bit here. There is racism in the world. And racism knows no color. It's just a fact of life. Would we be better off without it? Yeah, I believe we would. But first of all, we got to have the real conversation. It's not just one group of people. Never has been, never will be. But I don't know. I've said that a lot in this video. Because I don't know. I'm a little worried. I don't dwell on it a whole lot because it just doesn't do any good. I'm a Christian, not a very good one. tend to backslide and just not be a very good one. But I am, and I believe. And I believe the good Lord will take care of me. That doesn't mean, I don't think, here's my opinion on that. That doesn't mean he's just going to give me what I need or want. He's going to give me the knowledge, the skills, the ability to go get it. You know, whether that means growing my own pigs or my own cow or chickens. You know, it's part of how he works. He doesn't just, okay, here you go, you know, here's the food you need for you to eat the rest of your life and everything you need to survive. He gave us the ability to learn. And I guess somebody could argue that maybe he didn't, but the other guy did. But I don't know. But I believe, you know, that's part of our deal with him, is that he will provide, but not necessarily handouts. You know, it might be in the form of, okay, you know, you're out of work, you need money to buy food for your family. Well, there's a job. You know, there's a job. You can do that job. You're healthy. You can do it. And you take that job and you do it. Now, that job may just be survival wages. But you take it and you keep looking. You don't settle. Anyway, I'm getting up on my soapbox. It's not the intention here. Anyway, as you've noticed in this video, it's muddy around here. We had 10 inches of rain overnight. And you saw the clouds I showed a little bit ago. There's more coming behind them. There's a raindrop on my screen now. So it's getting ready to rain here again. So it's muddy. But you know what? I look over here across the road. Neighbor's cornfield shot up like 2 inches in the last 2 days. You know, it's good for the plants. My grass is getting out of control. As when it rains here, we're pretty flat. The rain tends to just sit. So we either mow, cut ruts in the yard, splatter water everywhere, or we just wait till it dries up. But this being Missouri, it's going to be in the 80s and sunny Sunday. So it'll dry up and we'll get it all taken care of. Waving at the mail lady. So anyway, this video turned out being something different than what I was thinking I was going to do, but you know, sometimes you get to talking and things go a different direction. So as I said earlier, keep your powder dry and take care of you and yours, because and I so want to be wrong. I would love to be able to come on here in 6 months and tell you that, hey, when I told you 6 months ago we was going to have food shortages in 6 months, it did not happen. You know, when I told you 6 months ago there was going to be riots, it did not happen. But I'd love to be wrong. But I'm not so sure. You know, people are just fanatical about things. you know. And that's not good. Being a fanatic is not good. It's not. You gotta have a little, well, I started to say common sense, but, you know, one, that's not so common, and two, common sense for me may not be common sense for somebody else, you know. Hold on a minute. Hang on. Pearl! Come here! I can't whistle to save my life anymore. So anyway, I guess I'll wrap this up. I got a couple of things I want to try to do before the rain hits, and I think I've already missed my opportunity. But we'll see. So, you know, I say these words almost every video. You know, let's look out for each other, help each other when we can, and let's pray. You know, all of those things are going to be needed, I'm afraid, sooner than later. So, before I get going again, I'll leave you with that. Catch y'all later.